What's going on YouTube? BossJacoby here with my MLG variant class setup guide for you today, and I want to rattle through these as quickly as possible and explain them as thoroughly as possible as well. So let's get started. So this first class is one that you'll see almost every player use. Now the reticle will depend on who you are, what you like to work with, and stuff like that. But for me, my main class, my go-to class at all times, is going to be the Famas with the red dot, and then I use the Python with the speed reloader. I either use frags or semtexes, and I rock the concussion, and then of course with the perks, essentially it's going to be lightweight, sleight of hand, and ninja pro for almost every single class. Moving on, we have pretty much these three classes right here. Just switch up based on what reticle I like at that time. Right now I have the pink X, as you guys can tell by the names, the teal X, and the blue X. Now these switch whenever I feel like a different reticle, or I feel like I'm doing better with a different reticle. So these are essentially just my reticle classes. Now if you only have 5 classes or 6 classes, you might want to knock this down, take these 3 out completely, or knock it down to only 1 or 2 or something like that. Just depends on what you guys want to do. Now, I do have an extended mags class. I don't use this as much as I should perhaps, but I did switch it over to steady aim simply because you don't need to reload as much because you do have that increased clip size. Moving on, we have the AK-74U with sleight of hand. This is a class that I like on a map like Firing Range or Summit. Pretty much the only maps I'll ever use this gun. And sleight of hand, of course. Now, I have the same class 2 classes down with steady aim. We'll get to that in just a second. I have the Spectre here with extended mags, frag, concussion, same thing, lightweight, steady aim because of the extended mags. It's going to have the increased clip size, don't need to reload as much. Ninja Pro is the staple throughout all my classes. You have the 74U grip with steady aim this time. Then you have the 74 magazines or extended magazines here with steady aim as well. And then this is like my mess around class. This is one that if you only have 5 or 6, I would just completely eliminate. But I like to use the MP5 against maybe subpar teams or teams that I think this gun would be beneficial to use against. And so yeah, that's pretty much my setup, guys. I do have different pistols, but the one that I use for the most part is going to be the Python with speed reloader. I sometimes switch it up to the CZ with extended mags or the Makarov with extended mags, but pretty much the Python with speed reloader is going to be my go-to secondary. Now, I want to touch on Ninja Pro real quick because I know comments are going to be coming. First and foremost, I don't have Marathon Pro, but if I did, I would not use it. People nowadays with their headsets, and myself included, can just hear too much on this game that Marathon Pro, even in CTF against good players, and I really want to stress that, because if you're not playing the best team, you might get away with it, but when you're playing really good people, Marathon is just going to hinder you. It's not really going to help you out at all. Perhaps in doubles, but in 4v4, which is pretty much all I play, I would not recommend it. Tac mask, I'm not quite sure if it's allowed, but again, giving up that sound, or excuse me, no sound benefit of Ninja Pro is just not worth it. Hacker, same thing. Second chance is banned, I'm pretty sure. And Hacker, there's not even any equipment, so there's no point. For the second perk, Hardened, this is something a lot of you guys will talk about as well. Hardened is not one of my favorite perks. I know it penetrates walls further, and I know there's reduced flinch with the Pro ability, but the fact that you can aim down sights faster, reload faster, or hip fire better just outweighs it. It's really that simple. It's just a better, those 2 options, steady aim and sleight of hand pro, are just better than Hardened when it comes to competitive gaming. And again, guys, this is for the people that I play with, so if you guys play map gen or S&D, it might change, but for what I play, this is what I recommend. Lightweight Pro is a must. I might switch it up to Scavenger Pro once or twice, maybe on Firing Range. That's pretty much the only map I'll use it on because nades are so effective there. But Lightweight Pro, being able to jump anywhere you want, no damage, is really, really critical. Now, no equipment is allowed in variant. Concussions are far better than any other option here. Frags or semtexes just depends on the map, guys, and that's pretty much it. Now, to go over my favorite reticles here, I know you see these pink X, teal X, and blue X, but I hardly use these, so I want to go over some of my other favorite reticles. So, one reticle that I do like is the regular dot. Let me get into here real quick. I like the regular dot, but I like it in green. And this is a reticle that's just been really great to me. I really enjoy using it, and it seems that I always do well when I do use it. Also, besides that, You know, I already talked about the X. When we go up to, let's see, the heart is pretty decent in either blue, maybe teal or red. I like the, let's keep going here. There's one more here. I like this one a little bit. The arrows with dot in orange is pretty good. And the lines with dot in maybe blue or red or something like that. I don't really use this reticle too much, but those are really going to be the only ones that you see being used commonly amongst, you know, players, being pro or amateurs or whatever it may be. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I don't touch my reticle, excuse me, my lens. I do have a clan tag and an emblem, but that doesn't really matter at all. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm sorry that I don't have an AUG class or anything like that. I just simply find that the Famas is such a better weapon that I need it at, you know, most times, because if I don't, I'll be at a disadvantage. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button, excuse me. It really does help me out a lot, and I do appreciate it. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here. See ya.